How you doing? It's not just me. Don't worry. Steph's here too. She's just...
I'm just trying to finish my project.
She's working on a little something for you guys, so give her a minute. She literally was like sewing her little heart out. Okay.
Okay.
Here, I'll move this out of the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How is everybody tonight?
So.
Oh, I got it right here.
Oh, I was going to say, it's gone. Look, it's live with Steph and Eileen.
Hey. All right, guys. Are you guys doing well this evening? It's a hot one here in Story City. It's like 1,000,000 degrees out. That's the official.
Just a little exaggeration.
So if you're doing one of those temperature quilts or temperature Afghans, you know, like Pat, you're going to be using the skulls.
Today wasn't that bad, was it?
It felt like it.
I wasn't outside. It was 68 this morning. If you go by your early temperature, that one is an awesome one. Oh my gosh, I keep lightening things up. Anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sounds.
Oh, I need foam too. See, this is what happens.
We're here.
We have every week we do the same thing, same time. Why can't I be on time? I don't know.
Because it's more fun if we're not, right?
Oh, look, it's a good thing I have a link so I can get where I'm supposed to be.
It's a good thing that somebody just remembered to do that link.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, I just got that link too. Imagine that. Let me turn off my...
I'm going to watch the live video and I'm going to turn off the volume. Okay. Look at us. We've got Stan and Pat and Kristen.
Hey, guys.
Thank goodness you guys are on top of things because I'm not.
Okay. Wait, I was in there the other day and met your handsome husbands. Oh. Yay. They were hopefully maybe working on this or something. Did you give them a hard time, Chris? Because if you didn't, I would be disappointed.
Stay.
But we'll talk about that later. So, all right, you guys. So we've got kind of just a plethora of things in front of us. It's kind of like pick me up and like travel. You know, maybe you don't want fabric, but it's kind of kitschy things.
Lots of random
that I wanted to kind of show off tonight.
Things that we don't always talk about. Things that we need to talk about.
And we kind of developed this new little segment.
Unintentionally.
Totally unintentionally. It's kind of, I don't want to say it right now because that looks really cool.
It's like...
Mine's covered up now.
Well, we have a new name for it, but it...
Do you remember what the name is? I don't.
Yeah.
Did you write? I didn't write it down.
I did write it down here in my brain. Just think of Hunger Games.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. I want to go back to last week's question, which was, what kind of wine do you like better? Do you like white or red? Because I have the results. And the results are, interestingly, most people prefer white wines. And that includes like the Moscato, the sweet wines, and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was very interesting. Only one person commented that they liked a red. I think it was a cab. And if you include me, because I prefer red, that would be 2. So I think that's very interesting.
Whereas mine tend to be white, but it's lemonade.
Yellow. You like yellow.
I like yellow.
Sometimes pink, but it's pink lemonade.
Or strawberry.
Or strawberry lemonade. Ooh, that does sound good. Speaking of that,
she found a wine I like.
I did. So I went down to Slim's, and I'll show you some other stuff I got from Slim's today. Slim's is our local farmers,
the fruit market,
roadside stand,
vegetable market, and local items.
Yeah, they've got
Kringla,
which I almost picked some up, but I didn't because I knew you had something, so I didn't want to overdo it.
But remember, Kringla is our word.
That is true. Thank you, Steph. Would you like to explain how?
No, because you do it so well. You've got a system in your brain about how to do it.
So, as a thank you to those of you that watch us on Facebook Live, for our Facebook Live community, we would like to send a thank you gift to you. And to do that, you go out to our itsotempting.com not Facebook page. See, what are you talking about? I don't know what I'm doing.
See, I don't even know where to send them.
Our itsotempting.com webpage. Go to newsletter, and then there you'll see where you put your information, and then you put our secret word, which is this month, Kringla. And then within hours, minutes, days, because it's something that I have to do manually because we're not that cool.
Well, it's not that we're not cool. We're just
not that automated. Well, I think we have to pay more to be that automated.
Oh.
We're that cheap.
You need to go shopping more so we can afford to pay somebody else to do this.
So then you will be sent a little something from us as a thank you for being a part of our Facebook Live community. So again, go out to itsotempting.com, go to the newsletter section, and then go and put your info, Kringla, spelled with a K, and then we'll get something sent to you.
Kringla.
Kringla. So that's going to get stuck in your head all night long.
So it looks like Leanne said she stopped by last week with her group and enjoyed shop hopping here.
Good.
And we have Irina and
from Oregon.
Laura and Pat. Pat used to drink only red wine.
Oh, see, you know what, Pat? I knew you and I reconnect. We're right there with each other. So anyways, this is a strawberry wine.
Yes.
So it's a pink wine. I think that's more.
It's sort of a
pink
rust.
It's a rust wine. It does not taste like rust. It's actually very good. It's from Backcountry Winery, which is in Stratford, which is not very far from here.
No, that's Hamilton County.
So it's actually really good. It's kind of sweet. It actually tastes
which means I can drink it.
Tastes like strawberries. And
yeah, it's actually very good.
We were talking about it'd be good as like, you know, when you have to put something moist in between cake layers.
Yeah.
It'd be very good for that. So
yep. All kinds of fun. Pat spelled out Kringla for everybody. I like that.
Yay!
And Jean is on.
Hi, guys.
See, everybody's going to go by first name basis here.
That's right.
We don't do last names anymore.
We're family. You come in, we give you a hug. That's how we roll here. All right. So where do you want to get started?
I don't know. What's your favorite thing?
Oh, we have not done a favorite thing in a long time. I think this is my favorite thing, and it's not even in the shop. So if you guys know, my son Cooper, he just moved back to Washington State a month and a half ago, mid-April. Almost 2 months.
2 months, yeah.
2 months. And he started working for a place called Quality Sewing and Vac, and he's selling sewing machines and vacuum cleaners and the bits of fabric that they have there as well. And so he sent me a text today, just an hour or so ago, of this. It is a shop sample he's working on, you guys. Look at how awesome that block looks. Look at his points. Like, specifically, like, these guys. This is my almost 25-year-old. So, this is my favorite thing. It's nothing in the shop except for he's using a Quilter Select mat, if you can tell in the background, which very good.
Yeah, we're pretty impressed with that.
Yeah.
Just to know they have good taste out there.
So, that is what he's working on. And, yeah. And he's already sold, well, I'm sure he sold more than this, but he told us that he sold 9 vacuum cleaners, like in a pay period or a week or I don't know, something like that. I'm like, oh, that's very impressive. So I'm super, super excited. So that's my favorite thing. That's my boy. What's your favorite thing, Steph?
My favorite thing was we've had them before, but they came in with the new design and they're slightly shiny. So shiny's good.
They're shiny.
So I chose the one that matches my shirt. But these are our what are they called? They're from Sew Daisy, but this is where you take your Aurifil. Here, let's see if I can get it close. There we go. Aurifil thread, and then your spool. You pop one of these suckers on one end. You put your needles in the other, and then you pop the lid on there, and you've got them in there. So if you need to go travel with your binding, I know a lot of people do hand binding. But should you want to do it that way, this is a great way. You've got your needles, you've got your thread, it's all right there. You don't have to pack a bag and a half just to be able to get everything there that you need. So, and you're less likely to get poked because everything's already contained.
Yeah.
Which is always a good thing for us.
And even if you're not traveling, if you're one of those people that like to do the hand binding sitting on the couch or something like that, This is another great thing because then you don't accidentally get it in the couch somewhere as you get up and go, oh, my gosh, where did that needle go?
And we've actually started selling these already. So we are down to, and these are some of these are shiny. So actually this one almost comes across as copper, even though it looks brownish. This one is orange and then yellow. Those are not.
I'm laughing because copper is a much better descriptive word than brownish. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's copper.
It's all glittery.
It's copper.
So, no, it's not really glittery, but it does have that shine to it. So it does like come across as a copper.
Pearlized sheen to it.
Well, these two are pearlized. The yellow and the orange are not. Not that affects the business aspect of this at all. It's going to work either way. So
it's just these maybe just more stylish.
These are just very exciting because they're
and
sparkly and twinkly.
And if your quilt has the pearlized cotton shot, then there you go.
There you go.
You're matchy-matchy.
The other option is you go with the really, really bright yellow one so that when you drop it, you can find it better.
She ain't no dummy.
This is why I use bright pink golf balls when I play golf.
This is why I don't golf.
I did see a sign the other day. I thought it was hilarious. And somebody that I know that is dad, who probably won't watch the show, so I'm okay. I'm getting it for him.
What if this is the one time he does watch it?
Then he won't be surprised. He's still getting the sun. But it says, golf is the act of playing fetch with yourself.
Oh my gosh, it is.
It is so totally true. Anyway, I saw that and I thought, okay, that needs to go live with my dad.
With your father.
Speaking of golfers.
Speaking of golfers, and speaking of Father's Day, we have this really awesome pattern that is just really cute. It's a 10-inch by 32-inch wall hanging, and it says eat, sleep, golf, repeat. So if you've got a father in your life that loves to golf, this might be just what you need. And it's, let's see here.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm trying to, fabrics. I mean, it doesn't take a whole heck of a lot of fabrics.
No, I mean, it's 10 by 32, so it's not going to come across huge.
No, so you can use your scraps. So this would be a great scrap buster for you guys. So, So it's $15 for the pattern, and it is an applique pattern. So there, of course, you want to print off the sheets in there so that way you can reuse it over and over again for all the golfers in your life. But this is just so cute.
It really is cute.
I can see this flapping on the back of the golf cart. In the wind. Wouldn't that be cute?
Or it's a flag.
The flag. I'm out golfing. It's like the queen. The flag's up. The queen. She's in. So that is a really fantastic Father's Day gift idea for you guys. And then another one. I guess we can go back to Slim's.
We can, because there's more Father's Day.
Yes. So, like I said, I went to Slim's and I found something. They actually have a whole section like in their back room where they've got like gifty ideas, all kinds of gifty things that are local. And they put together these bags, and they're Father's Day gift bags. So you just pick one up, you buy it, obviously, and then you go like, here, Dad.
It's already made. It's great.
And they're all different. And I just love this one, so I got this one. So this is awesome gifts to give to the fathers in your life that you love. So the hat that says "Bear Me." I just think that's cute.
At first I thought it said "bear me," and I don't know what that means.
Bear me, bear with, maybe. Bear with.
Bear with.
And then a cute little mugs. I don't know if that's stainless steel. That says, what does it say?
It says, if you can't stand the heat, please fill up my beer.
And then they've given you some Amana, Iowa root beer, which I'm going to assume is pretty dang good. And then last but not least, you get hot and sweet bread and butter pickles. How scrumptious is that? It's perfect. So,
like hot?
Do you like hot
sweet
and sweet bread and butter pickles? So you can see the pepper inside of there. So you know it's got to be good.
Because there's a pepper there.
So scrumdiddlyumptious.
I'm glad that wasn't a word of the month.
Oh my gosh, it should be. Maybe that'll be next month's word.
I'm not sorry. I got Kringle, and that's about all I can handle.
We only go up to 7-letter words.
Oh, Tanta says hi. She liked our shop earlier today.
Awesome.
And Barbie says that she likes to buy fabric more than she likes to...
Oh, that's right. We never even got to the question, did we?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the question?
Well, the question, somehow she manages to post it. Okay. So the question today is, during the summer, do you tend to shop for fabric more, or do you tend to do more sewing? We're just sort of curious because we know a lot of people tend to do more sewing in the winter time. So we didn't know if you stock up for the winter during the summer when it's nicer out, you don't have to go out and shop quite as much when it's cold, or if you just sew the whole time, or how you do that. So that's what we were asking. If you tend to shop for fabric. We were just going to say shop, but then we decided we needed to be a little more specific and say that it's for fabric, not for groceries or anything like that.
Because what if you're shopping for like outdoor items or, stuff like that.
So we want you shopping for fabric, or if you're going to do the sewing aspect of things.
Absolutely.
So anyway, it was great to meet Tanta today. That was fun.
Tanta.
That was fun.
Very cool. Oh, she was here when I came downstairs, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Right. We were talking to her about what to do with some inherited fabric and how to get her excited about.
And what did you and Darla say?
Oh my gosh, we had a list of so many things. We had everything from pillowcases to decoupage to getting some Villa Rosas and just doing some quick patterns, using the fabric she may not like as much, doing that towards practice blocks.
I love that idea. When you have a new block and you don't want to use like your fabric that you plan on making your quilt with, your good fabric, use some inherited fabric or fabric you've had around for a while to do practice blocks.
Or the J fabric.
The J fabric?
Fabric from the store that shall not be named.
Oh.
That you happened to get because your sister-in-law worked there for a year almost.
She did. She would come in when I worked at Joann's. I'll say it. When I worked at Joann's when we first moved here, she would come in like after work and like just shop, and like her cart would be full. They have little carts, so
it's not like it's a huge cart. Plus, you have to remember it's the whole bolt. I wasn't buying the whole bolt.
No,
but
no. But you did stock up on back orders.
I did. But the thing is, that was also before I knew that there actually was a difference. I mean, I learned a lot in the last 4 years, people. I did not know there was a difference between that fabric and this fabric. And there is.
There's a huge difference.
My first quilt was made with that fabric. And I did not realize, it's sort of like making Dwayne start with flannel and then realize how nice it was to work with the other fabric. But yeah, it's sort of like you get there and you're like, oh my gosh, this is why I didn't like it. And then you start sewing with good fabric. It is
worth it.
So nice to have good fabric. You don't realize what the difference is.
So Miss Sue says she does more shopping, especially with the Iowa Shop Hop going on. So yes, we are in week 3 of the All Iowa Shop Hop. And if those of you that may not be familiar with what that is, basically we take 2 whole months, so June and July, and we just shop until we drop. We've got 90 stores that are involved with the Shop Hop, and they are all
in the book.
In the book, thank you.
I don't know what you're wanting to say.
I don't know.
I'm sitting here trying to read comments, so I was just catching on to what she was saying. So,
are we all out of books?
No, there are some on the front side.
Okay, one more.
We have a few left. We don't have a lot left.
I never know what happens to the one that I always set aside. Anyway, so this is the Shop Hop. So 90 stores. We have exclusive Shop Hop fabric that is done by Benartex, and it is gorgeous fabrics. We showed you guys that before. And inside, there's maps of each region. It shows the shops, their locations, their hours, regular hours during non-Shop Hop time, and their Shop Hop hours.
And which Sundays they're open. Like we were open this last Sunday, that was our June Sunday. We have one Sunday in July, and what is that? Like the
10th.
Okay.
It's the 10th. July after, or it's the July.
It's the second Sunday, both
Sunday.
months.
They have 6 patterns, including like this one, which is uber cute. Mm-hmm. I love this one. And just all kinds of fun things. And like we always tell people, even if you don't plan on shop hopping, get one of these because they're going fast. Like Steph said, we only have a few here, and we have a few left at Iowa Falls. And it's just a great pattern book. It also gives you, like we said, a list of the shops, where to find them, and it's just awesome.
And this year, we know gas is an issue. So, I mean, let's face it, the price of traveling is incredible. So be smart. When you are traveling, stop. and go to your quilt shops as you're going somewhere else. We have had a lot of people. One couple was so sweet today. They were coming from Kansas. Her husband bought her a book, unbeknownst to her.
Yeah.
And so he was saying, okay, we're on our way to Minnesota. We're going to shop hop through Iowa. And then when we get up there, we'll do it. And then on the way back, we may hit a different route and shop hop more on the way back down. So anyway, it was great. I love the fact that people are making the most. If they have to go somewhere anyway, say you have to go to Dubuque. Okay, great. You know what? Make the most of it. On your way out there, hit a couple of shops. It's worth the trip. It's worth being able to see what else is out there that can make you enjoy the trip. No one said you had to hit all the shops as long as you hit us every time.
Here in Iowa Falls. Well, see, and the great thing about where we're located at is in order to be entered into the drawing for the shop hop, you have to hit at least 5 shops. And that's very easy to do, including Iowa Falls here and where we're at.
Right.
So definitely get out there and explore those outer regions because there are some fabulous shops out there.
They're super fun.
They're so
super
awesome. Cute. So definitely, if you can, take the time to do that.
We also have this is the Iowa's online source for everything. Obviously, they're not updated to the fact that there's only 3 quilt shops on here. They keep adding more.
Example.
This is just an example of what's out there. But they have shops, they have the flag works, they have other businesses, they'll find out events. They have all kinds of things marked on here. It's for both antiques and quilt shops. So all kinds of options. It's a good reference here also.
And wineries and lodging and food. So
Okay.
you can plan your whole trip using these guys here.
Right here.
All the different flags. There's multiple different flags there, and each one is shops, lodging, restaurants, wineries, and more. So, and they're adding to it all the time.
Yeah. So go online, check it out. It's going to be more updated than what this is.
Yes. Okay, so just a quick couple things. Here's something fun if you guys are looking for something easy to do with your kiddos that are on vacation, summer vacation. We've got multiple books like these. They're just soft books. This one happens to be about camping. So it's called S'more Fun Outdoors. And you guys, these books are panels. They're so easy to put together. I put this one together. If I could do it, you can do it. Any kid could do it. So these are just really fun, simple things to do. And if you don't plan on keeping it yourself, or your kids really are like, well, I'm too old, but they learned how to sew, they did a project that was fun and they don't want to keep it, maybe donate it to a library or a daycare or a church daycare.
Well, and like the daycare up here, just as an example, we have one on Main Street, and they're great. I'm sure they would be more than willing to have a donation like that. Just like if you have some quilts that you don't know what to do or whatever, maybe they need some extra blankets at the daycares or things like that. Same rule applies, goes for if you have extra fabrics and you don't really feel them anymore, they're not your group of whatever, check with your local high school. Maybe their home ec department just might need something. Or your local 4-H or Girl Scout troop, or even the Boy Scouts, because they have a sewing badge for the Boy Scouts. So any of these local areas would appreciate any donations, I'm sure. So just something else, little thing to continue on from what we were talking about before. A lot of places will appreciate having some fabric.
Yes, absolutely.
So, or you can make pillowcases. That's
or
one of my favorites. Ryan Smiles.
Yeah, and drop them off here because we are a drop off for Ryan Smiles. Ryan's Case for Smiles. Mm-hmm. And if you guys don't know what that is pillowcases that we want bright and cheerful because they go to the hospitals for the kids with cancer and other serious illnesses. So they have something bright and cheery that's
and
theirs.
They get their own pillowcase and it just goes with them. So it's it's sort of like a homey feely thing that they can take with them. Even if they get moved from room to room to room, that's still theirs.
It's theirs. So, and if you want more information on that, just give us a holler and we will get that to you. Mm-hmm. So some other stuff as you're traveling around and you're doing your shop hopping. Again, we've got these really fun, it's called Quilts and Cocktails. And these come from a quilt book, Stripology Mixology. But these guys are just the drinks.
Mixology.
Yeah. What did I say? Did I say Stripology Mixology?
No, I just said these are just, and I said the mixology.
Okay. Nice. Like it. Okay. So Yeah, these are all the drinks.
That one was my favorite.
Was this one? Strawberry lemon smash?
No, that was okay.
No.
Farther back.
Let me show you our favorite.
The tropical something or other. Tropical sunrise. That's what it is.
Remember, you guys, we did this
good.
one on the show in August. I think we did it in August.
I have no idea what month happened when.
She does not like alcohol, and when we find one that she likes, it's a good one.
Gotta mark that
it's
down.
A winner. Yep. So that's a good one. So we got 2 versions, one for each Stripology, Mixology book. So you guys, instead of taking the whole book into the restaurant or bar that you're going to be going into, you just bring these in your purse, whip it out, show it to the bartender, and say, I'd like one of these, please.
And in most cases, they should be able to do it.
Yep. So pick yourselves up that, and we're going to show you something from the Stripology, Mixology, which coordinates with what Steph is doing over here, but we'll show you that in just a moment. The other thing, remember you asked me to order that?
Yes.
And it's been on back order forever?
Forever. We finally, I saw that it came in. I was pretty excited.
I'm going to tell them about that.
Was it December? Or was it a year ago, December? I have no idea. It's been a long time. We had a request for Synthropol. And I had never heard of it. So, being the good person, I looked it up. It is to be used for pre-wash, after-wash, or as a wetting agent. Especially with batiks.
Wetting agent?
Wetting agent.
Wetting, not wedding. I thought you said wedding. I'm like, how does that work with a wedding? I do. Let me pour this on you. You are now clean.
So as a wetting agent, it is used, you add it to a dye bath or a fabric paint can, or fabric paint can increase dye penetration. So it helps ensure even coloring. So you can actually use it for dyeing fabrics.
Okay. So like if you're doing ice dyeing or that's
or dyeing wool and other hard to wet fibers.
Huh.
So for every 5 pounds of fabric, you add 2 to 3 drops. So it doesn't take a whole lot.
That's nothing at all.
No.
Okay.
For pre-wash, you pre-wash it to remove the oils, waxes, starches, and sizings to help ensure an even dye job. So if you want to dye your fabric, you pre-wash this. And then as an afterwash, so it keeps loose dye in suspension and remove the extra color to prevent backstaining. So
I wonder if you can use that when you're washing your quilts to keep it from bleeding onto your fabrics.
Right, that's part of it. And to increase the coverage and the adhesion of fabric paints on hard to wet fabrics, add 1 to 2 drops of Synthropol per 2 ounces of paint. So there's lots of things. So if you'd like to do, tie-dyeing, things like that, this would be a good thing. And I don't know how accurate your drops can be.
I'll just go get a dropper from the pharmacy. Get a dropper from your pharmacist. Your local pharmacist.
Well, give you a little oral syringe.
Get that sucker dialed in. So then here is another option for you that is not for the before of dyeing. This is actually for cleaning quilts. A lot of this is called Oribus, and a lot of people will use this to clean like antique quilts to wash your quilt afterwards. And it's just gentle and it brightens things up. People also use it for baby clothing and other delicate fabrics. So this is another option for you guys. $5 for this little thing, and I think you can get quite a few washes. And you can actually use it in the high efficiency washers. So that's cool. What?
Okay, so we have a lot of people saying that they're sewing this year because they bought too much last year. But some people do both all year long. Some people like to do extra shopping. So this is going to be a lot of responses on that one.
Interesting. Now, how many of you do neither? And you take the whole summer off and you go vacationing, you go camping, you go...
Or you're like Stan and you do mowing and motorcycling.
Or you're like our Miss Denise who likes to sit by the poolside, have a little nice drink with her, listen to good music.
Okay. We may have had 2, let's see. Somebody said, Kristen Sogard said she would like the golf thing. We need a
Yay! It is yours.
Yes. So, Kristen, that is yours. We were holding that one for you. And there we go.
Awesome.
Welcome.
This is yours. Your name is on it. Okay.
So,
do we want to do our Hunger Games?
Okay, we can. So, we were both working on a project and realized we were working on similar projects, but different styles. So we are now entering the Hunter
Star
Games.
Hunter Star Games?
Hunter Star Games.
Hunter Star Games. Dun, dun, dun.
May the odds be
ever in your favor. Which, okay, I have a new Irish blessing that I made up. You want to hear it?
Okay, go for it.
Let's see if I can remember it. Even though I made it up, I don't know if I can remember it. It is, may you always find the cheapest gas wherever you go. There you go.
That sounds like a good thing for everyone. I'm not sure how Irish it is, but it's definitely...
Because it starts with may you always,
therefore
it's Irish.
Okay.
There you go. Irish blessing. All right, Steph, you want to start.
Okay. So last week I showed you my...
Blown out.
Now it's all assembled. So this is my little Hunter Star. But I made a few more pieces. I haven't gotten them all done because I had to go hunting a few more places. So this is my Hunter Star.
It's so cool.
Ah, la, la. And just so you guys know the actual size of this is what? An 18 by 17 by 17.
Oh, the wool mat, yes.
So this is approximately 17 inches wide and 17 inches long.
It's this big by this big.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is my Hunter Star. Now, Hunter Star has always been one of my favorite patterns. I didn't even know that until we went to the Marty and me thing, our training or whatever it was. So
Grand Ruler training.
Grand Ruler. Dun, dun, dun. So anyway, I love this pattern. It is not difficult. And as you can see, I will be more accurate once this is finished. But this is not what it's going to look like because I have a plan.
So
we'll see what that turns out.
We had a gal in here, and she just was loving what Steph was doing, and Steph was using the template set N of the Marty Michelle templates to do these, which is like this itty bitty, which we showed you, I think, last time. And she was like, "Oh, is the Hunter Star pattern in that?" Like, because the template sets will give you patterns.
These size pieces.
And I looked in there, and I'm like, "No, it's not." And then she's like, "Well, what is she doing with that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Because what Steph is very good at, she is very good at taking a pattern and making it her own. She literally just kind of goes off, which you do that with recipes too.
I do. Let's just say the pattern is a suggestion. What she's basically saying is, I don't know how to follow a pattern.
No, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Or more like guidelines anyway.
Okay, I can go with that. So I am a pirate of the
Caribbean.
Quiltabean.
You're pirates of the Quiltabean.
So anyway, this is actually a concept. I don't even know if it might be in her book.
Oh, who knows?
But this is me. We'll see if it turns out.
So this is the cool thing is if Marty was
as we go.
If Marty was here, and she will be here next month in July, which
21st, 22nd, and
23rd. So go out to the Des Moines Guild website if you guys want to sign up and do Marty Michelle learn from her.
I think they're getting
pretty full. If you want to do it as soon as possible, because you do not want to miss your chance to meet or learn from Miss Marty Michelle, because she's freaking amazing.
And she is still alive.
Still with us, guys.
Luckily, that was an incorrect comment.
We got
very happy
confirmation that she's still with us, pictures and all. So,
thank you, Tata.
So, you guys, that's an awesome opportunity. Yeah. So those are amazing. So
these are my Hunter Stars. So now this is what happens. This is like a Marty and me versus Creative Grids.
Creative Grids.
So the Battle of the Hunter Star. Now, hers is approximately 17 by 17, would you not say?
Sure.
Because...
18 by 18. Mine's 18.
So hers is actually larger than my little stars.
But that's okay.
But I'm just saying, just so they get an idea.
Oh, I see.
Of the difference.
All right.
In sizes.
You ready?
So.
This one is from Stripology Mixology, Book 2. Look at that. And I have not sewn it together, so it's just kind of precariously hanging on there. But isn't that cool looking? It's just like basically one block. And right now I've got this stack of blocks, and it takes 4 of these to make 1 of these. So I have to trim all of these guys down. You see they're kind of raggedy looking, a little bit crazy. And it's super simple to trim these guys down. So this is the whole make it big, cut it down theory. Where this Marty Michelle one, what did you want to do, side by side?
I want to do a side by side so people can see the difference in the sizes. It's not a difference in it. I mean, they're both very cool.
You notice we both picked blue.
I was just gonna say I noticed we both did blue.
This one's blue in the book, so that might be why. But I love the blue one.
And this one, I wanted everybody. The fabric that I chose here. It's good to have one that's a big pattern and one that's not so much a big pattern. And the same thing, you did the same thing where you don't have much pattern on the white. But you have pattern in the other. So it just makes the pattern stand out more. It's very good. And the thing that's different also is you can see that you can use lots of fabrics or you can use 2. So both are good ways and it turns out well either way.
Very, very versatile. And
it's a flexible program.
And the cool thing about the Hunter Star block, it's very simple to make, but it looks so cool and it makes it look. It's like I always say, it's like you're going to the store and you're buying that fancy cake and you're taking it out of the store's packaging, you're putting it on your own cake plate, taking it to the party, and everybody thinks that you made that cake and you're like, well, thank you. Yes,
I did very well, didn't I?
I did. So anyways, that's what this one is. And as you can see from my little stack I've got, I'm cutting them all down, and I'm using my Stripology ruler to do that. So, and I've used this ruler the whole way through. So my next thing is I'm cutting it down to the 7.5 inch blocks. And to do that, the pattern tells me that I get it lined up along the diagonal, which, going that way. And then I just need to cut on the 2.5 inch strip or slot and the 10-inch slot. And it's really cool is that they have these little stickers that are arrows so that I can mark where I need to cut. Oops, there you go. You can see both of them there. So you're not guessing as much. And I could put the stickers up here and all around here so that way it would help me center my block. So you do it this way, then you turn it and you do it another way, and then you get these perfectly clean, crisp looking, amazing blocks.
Which makes it so much nicer to be able to sew them together.
Yes. So this is what it is Creative Grids.
Yeah.
This is what Creative Grids is amazing for. And if you guys know our Denise at Iowa Falls, she is the Creative Grids queen. I was going to say Quilter Select.
Oh.
My brain is going between the 2 stores. And so it's Creative Grids at Iowa Falls, Quilter Select here. Eventually we'll be...
That doesn't mean that we don't like the other.
That's just purposes.
There are so many different ways to do something. The point is we're trying to give you options so that you can see what there is out there and what works best for you.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing, is to make it so you're happiest when you're sewing. Then use whatever process works best.
There's no wrong way to do anything unless it ends up not what you wanted, then it's wrong. And then, as I always say, if you figure out some new way to do something, you need to share it with others.
Yes, like us, so we can share it with everybody else.
And I wanted just to show you guys a quick little tip. When you guys are working a pattern, and especially something that's a Hunter Star, where it's kind of hard to see the blocks, like the individual small blocks, just take some tape or Post-its and kind of block out your block so you can see how that's going to look. So it's kind of a quick little tip there. It kind of makes it easier to understand what you're doing. Because sometimes when you look at like the whole thing, you're like, oh my gosh. Like,
that's pretty intense.
Yeah, it looks intimidating.
But it's one of my favorite things to do. Eileen told me that one of the first things that I was learning was, she said, well, you have to figure out where the block is. So I love to walk up to a pattern that is just crazy and has all kinds of things. And I'm going, okay.
Find the block.
I found it. I win. That's like I win this game because I figured out how to put the block together.
It's like, where's Waldo?
Exactly.
Where's Waldo? Okay, guys. Something else that we found in the shop that I thought we were sold out of. So anybody, I apologize to you if I told you we were sold out of, especially that gentleman that was at that one show that I told you we were sold out of, and then you came into the shop and I told you we were sold out of. So I hope you're watching. We have
panels.
We have these panels. This is from In the Beginning Fabrics. This is the Dragons, the Ancients line, and we've only have, well, technically 2 because I am saving 2 of these for Cooper because he wanted them. So this is what I like to call family portrait. Because it's all the dragons.
The whole family.
The whole family. And this literally, you guys, with literally.
Sorry, I'm always correcting Tori on that one.
Is what we have left for this line besides what is at Iowa Falls, which is not
no
much.
More kits. We have no more border fabric. We have...
And Cooper is getting the... I think I'm just going to send him the quilt top. Oh, here we go. This one, this is like epic, right? So think, Lord of the Rings and all that kind of cool stuff. So if you're into that or you know a loved one that's into that, think of what you guys can do with that. And we do have some coordinates that go with it at Iowa Falls that I can bring back since we've got these here. But it's just really cool fabric. In the Beginning Fabrics.
Mm-hmm. They've got some great designs.
Fantastic. Mr. Jason Yenter does a great job with that. So we do have just 2 of each of those panels left because, like I said, these are actually going to go to Cooper. That too. We're not going to get that.
I'm trying to fold. It's going to Cooper. He doesn't get it folded.
He can make his own.
Okay, so you want to talk about that or you want to talk about that?
So we've got more of these in. So get them while they're hot. We've already sold 1 or something. So these are the Quilter Select Rulers. If you guys have ever handled these, you know they're amazing. If you want to come in and try it, please do. We encourage it. Worth it. Worth every penny.
Even the boys are able to sell them now.
That's right.
They keep saying, well, I keep talking about how that thing you say, Steph, where you take it apart and it's magnetic and it doesn't require an electrical engineering degree.
Don't you feel like we need a tomato to kind of slice through it so we could do like those like
Ginsu knives kind of thing?
Over a tin cup or a tin aluminum
I'm not cutting
soda pop. Yeah, you know what I mean.
We'll stick with fabric.
We'll stick with fabric. Okay.
And the other big hot item right now, because of Shop Up, is car coasters. These are absolutely wonderful. They do a good job of absorbing for the drinks and all that kind of stuff, and we've got several of them. But this has been a hot item because I think they're always hot this year.
Usually when I go to order them, they're on back order, so I get them while I can, and I get as many as I can. So indeed, if you want one, they're really cool. They're pretty. Kind of decorates your car. If you're like mine, my car gets like that crud in the bottom of the cup holders. It's kind of gross. And these are nice because it has that little groove, so you can easily get that out so you can clean
things. And,
So that makes it nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we have Halcyon Quilts. This is a Jason Yenter quilt book, pattern book. I had to order more because
we kept selling them out of the kits.
It's a great book.
But with the fabric that we have, we have this quilt, and we have a couple of kits still.
A few kits left.
But lots of options for this one.
Fantastic, and we actually have the fabrics, a lot of the fabrics that are in this. So pick yours up today. It's like $16 for six patterns, so it's actually a really good deal.
$16.99.
$16.99. Now, let's get to my favorite part of this show, the Country Register.
Yay! Guess what? Steph finally had a chance to bake. Oh my gosh.
Okay, and she did alter it just a tiny bit, and I'm okay with the alteration because you know what? She added chocolate chips.
It actually gave that as an option.
Okay, so she didn't alter it, but
she did not alter it completely.
She did add chocolate chips.
They gave it as an option. This is not in the same order as mine at home. Here it is. I found it. So the banana bread that we made, that is my food of the night. So banana bread.
Wait, Steph.
What?
Do we want to talk about that over there?
We can, but we can do this first. It's
okay.
It's okay. We're already in the middle of it.
All right.
So banana bread. When I made this, at first I didn't think it does require some buttermilk, and luckily, just in case you're in Story City, no one sells buttermilk. But this winter when nobody had buttermilk and I wanted to make kringla, I had gotten some powder. So, buttermilk powder.
There's such a thing?
There is such a thing, and it lasts longer than buttermilk, so it works in my fridge.
Awesome.
So once you open it, you do want to keep it in your refrigerator, though. So, interesting thing. So what I did was I just did that and then used that as my buttermilk and went from there. But it's originally said grease a loaf pan. It's 2 loaves, loaf pans. Loofah pans.
2
2 loaf pans. So be prepared. It is going to be 2.
That's
It was funny because
is that Scandinavian for loaf? Loofah.
It's Stephanian.
Loofah.
Anyway, no, it was funny because before I put them in, yes.
Or maybe it's too much of that.
Yeah, you never know. Anyway, Dwayne last night, he said, okay, so which pan's mine? And I said, well, we'll see. We get the better looking one. So I'm sure he's very happy with his pan at home. So anyway, so this is the pan. And I got really thick pieces because I don't have an actual regular knife. I'm just cutting it, but I didn't think you'd mind.
No. So this is banana bread.
So, I mean, it got a nice brown color to it. So, I mean, you can have it in the pot, but you have to cook it for 50 to 60 minutes. And that's about exactly what it took when I did it. So, but it does give you the choice of either you can do chopped nuts or semi-sweet chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate chips. Mm-hmm. We went with milk chocolate because I like milk chocolate. And so does Dwayne. So
there you go.
that's what we went with. So
I'm going to grab that. So we're going to taste this for you.
And then we're going to come back because we have a few more things.
And then you guys remember, we do this for your safety. We want to make sure that every single recipe is tested and tried and true before you yourselves embark on the adventure of the Country Register recipes. So this is our sacrifice for you. That's good.
It's actually really good.
Mm-hmm. Is Monica on?
I don't know.
She might be in the guild meeting. She might be in the guild meeting.
But I will tell you, it says 1.5 cups of mashed ripe bananas. I did 4 mashed ripe bananas. I didn't measure. I always do at least 4 bananas.
You went rogue.
Well, like I said, like you said, I can't follow a pattern or recipe for anything. So I just always add extra because I want extra bananas.
It's really good. Okay, So bananas add potassium in your life. So this is a great way.
It's a healthy thing.
To get potassium, you add the chocolate. If you do a darker chocolate, then you get some healthy antioxidants. So essentially, this is a very healthy snack for you. Minus all the other stuff.
Before we get into this, you guys may or may not have seen this back here. We put the boys in charge of coming up with a quilt for some ducky fabric. And I don't know, do we need to move that closer so they can see the ducks? Anyway, Dwayne took it upon himself and actually made the entire quilt. Aren't those ducks just cute?
I stole the ducks from Iowa Falls because of this fabric we had here. Mm-hmm. I thought they would be so adorable together.
Anyway, it's just a cute little quilt, perfect for a kid. And we even thought about the fact that if you put a border on it, you could actually make this into 2 quilts because it's 3 wide. So your other quilt would just be like from here on up. And you add a little border, and the next thing you know,
and there you go.
So anyway, we thought that would be super cute. Or if you want it for a baby quilt, then you can do, like I said, 2 quilts for the price of 1.
We will be kitting this out. This is a Villa Rosa Nantucket pattern. Super easy, quick, and fun.
And I mean, like I said, Dwayne got it done in a day. And it's his second quilt. He started last week.
He's an overachiever.
He's finishing more quilts than I am.
He's an overachiever.
Yes, he is.
But that's okay. We'll let him be an overachiever with this stuff.
Yeah. And then, do you want to talk dragons and then go into...
No, let's talk decoupage. So, you guys, we're going to start talking about decoupage again, doing another class, because I taught that decoupage class, and we're going to look at doing another one. It's quick and easy, so it doesn't take out a lot of time of your summer, and it's not sewing, so you don't have to have a lot of stuff to do it with. And there's so many different things that you can decoupage. And you know how I love my decoupage.
I do know how you love your decoupage.
I'll decoupage anything. So Miss Steph, I'm going to show mine first.
Okay.
So this is the dragon's fabric. I decoupaged this in the class that I did.
Can you not see that in a young man's room? I can just totally see that hanging out.
It's so cool. And it's just on Artist Canvas. Super simple. And it's very cool. And then Steph, remember how she likes to go rogue? She likes to just like...
I'm going to be known as like the rogue pharmacist or something.
Crazy things.
Maybe not rogue pharmacy.
Show them what you did, Steph.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
We've talked about this before.
Wait. I think that we need to warn people first that if you are sensitive to crazy things, if you may have a seizure, you may want to look real quick and look away. Okay, go.
Okay. So, do not get dizzy. I'm holding it sideways. This is from trippy. Our fabric, it's black and white lined fabric. That is all it is. It was supposed to be even and square, but fabric does not always line up the way you want it to. But now. So it's just sort of very trippy. So be careful. Let us know if it's making you nauseous and I will take it down. But this is...
Okay, and let me tell you guys where she's planning on putting it. Remember, she's a pharmacist at New Cara. She gives immunizations to people in the pharmacy. She's going to put this in. She's going to put this in the little place, the little office area where you go to get your shots. You're going to get your shot, and you're going to look up at it and think that maybe there's something in that shot that's making you kind of dizzy. But no, it's this.
Anyway, this is me having fun.
Okay, so then last but not least, we keep going dark and light. Sorry, it's because we keep moving.
The light behind you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's show this thing. Because this is like my favorite thing. So this is Tim Holtz fabric on top of the old coffee table. It's my husband's grandmother's coffee table. We refinished it, spray painted the base, and then put this really cool Tim Holtz fabric on the top. That's decoupage. And let's wait for it to lighten up, maybe. Might go dark. I don't know. And you guys, there we go. That way. It is so stinking cool. It is just really awesome. It's shinier than the original fabric, obviously, because you have the Mod Podge medium on it. But it just makes it look amazing. So go to the estate sales. Go to Goodwill. Go to all those places where you can find an old coffee table.
Or dresser.
Or dresser. Anything.
Yeah.
And then get yourself some spray paint. Cheap. Buy yourself some fabric. This was less than a half yard's worth of fabric. And there you go. Mod Podge. Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm. So there's lots of variations you can do. So just be creative, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you get your creative on.
It's 7:23.
I think we'll probably close.
Are we done?
We've eaten. We've done everything else. I mean,
we've eaten. We've Mod Podged. We've Hunter Star gamed it.
Yep.
I think we're done.
We've done just about everything we came to do today. So
it has been a scrumptious time.
Scrumdiddlyicious.
Scrumdiddly. You know what? Willy Wonka's an amazing show. Every time I hear that, that's what I think of. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with the best quilt shop owners here in Story City and Iowa Falls.
We will see you next week. Same so time, same so place.
Bye, guys.
Bye.